Good afternoon, everybody. Actually, it's still the morning, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's Freelance Friday, and I'm here with Phil Cooper from Phil Cooper Creative. And Phil, it looks like you've got a little bit of a cool environment going on back there, some great visuals and lighting and stuff. It might be that you're in design or staging, or I don't know. Tell us more. What do you do?
I dabble in design. No, um, no, I've been designing events for many years now, at least about 15. But so what I decided to do today is um, just wanted to create a little bit more of a welcoming environment for our interview today. Trying to think of like if we were at a conference, what would that look like? We would probably have a couple of occasional chairs, in the room. Maybe we would have, a little floral arrangement on a coffee table. Maybe there would be a video screen in the background. So I tried to bring some of these elements together and kind of place it in this corner today to maybe have a little bit more of an immersive experience. So it felt like you and I were really in the same room together,
Right.
having a conversation.
Yeah, it looks
And
great. I'm really impressed. You might have to give me some coaching over here. I'm doing my best with my
yeah,
place.
well, I would love to do that. And, I think that's, something as designers, a service that we need to start offering people, to come into their homes and find that place where we don't have to completely rearrange everything and, bring things in, but really use what you have to give you the best look. Because just like, in person, you want to make sure you're always putting your best face forward and your best presentation out there. And just because it's being done virtually doesn't mean it has to, you know, not have that level of quality.
Well, this is a great idea. I love it. And I'm certainly hoping you get a few more people tune in and sort of inquire for some help from you on that side. That'll be great, certainly in this new world that we're in. But you've kind of gone out on your own also recently into the freelance space, just sort of in the last year, I guess. You left a large firm and you went out on your own. Tell us a bit about why you were wanting to go freelance. What were the draw cards, I guess you could say, to go out independently?
Well, it was never my intention. I'll start by saying that. I had always worked for companies. A very large one at the end, but for the last 20 years, I've always been working for someone and had that stability of employer provided medical insurance and benefits and a nice weekly paycheck, and I was treated well, in all those jobs. And but a couple of years ago, I had kind of a personal family experience that just gave me kind of a new perspective on life, and it made me realize that over all these years, I had kind of given up my life to help someone else's business, which is great. But it also just made me realize I wasn't going to get that time back. And if I wanted to kind of take control of my life and live the schedule and that I really wanted, working for myself would be the way to do it. And so, instead of having, trying to build a big decor company with all of that overhead, I decided that, freelance would be a way to do what I do, and do it on my own terms. And so with P. Cooper Creative, we've been providing freelance creative direction and environmental design for, a range of, planners, agencies, some galas, some individuals for school events. It's been great. I was going to have a great year in 2020, but I think we still can, and I'm
Yeah,
hopeful.
things have changed, that's for sure. And certainly in terms of, event design and immersive environments, that's now all virtual. So, you're offering this, consultation for helping people design their virtual environments. But of course, we're going to, go back to the way things were gradually. So how has your offering shifted? What are you sort of how are you focusing now to help people with their event needs?
Well, so what what I've been focusing on, we've it's really been like small group experiences, because there's just certain things we know, with the situation that, right now I think we're about to go into phase 3, which allows for gatherings of 10 or less, and it won't be phase 5 where we can start having those events that I love and that you love, that everybody loves so much, that brings in hundreds or thousands of people at a time. But it's phase 4, which allows for groups of 50 or less, that I think we'll start to see things reemerge, although on a small scale. So I think these small group experiences will be a great way to start bringing people back into the event world, and doing kind of a hybrid of these virtual events and these kind of live small group experiences. So thinking of maybe like a gala that traditionally sells like tables of 10, and that maybe we still do something like that where, like the main show still happens in via sound stage, where they have, a program and speakers and maybe some entertainment. But instead of selling tables, we ask these table captains, or these table hosts, to open up their homes, because what I think is that people, it's about comfort, right? We want people to be comfortable coming into an event. And if we just kind of rush people into this event where, you're with 50 strangers, it might not be comfortable, and you might delay people coming back as early as you want them to. But if we, suggest people, bring in your friends, bring in your family. Like, I know you are a responsible person, and that you've probably been socially distancing, isolating yourself. And so I would feel comfortable inviting you into mine and Rhett's home, along with maybe some of my other friends who I know who have also been distancing themselves and finding the guidelines.
That's
and so
Gala.
Right. So really, it's a gala with a lot of little house parties, right? Yeah. And I think these, small little house parties are a way for us to start engaging the vendors, that need to be engaged right now. Whether that's, so a company like Paramount, we still can have like the co-chairs of the gala pick out a beautiful menu for the guests to enjoy, but it's all done as like to go, where we can have a crew of vans going out to these 20 or 30 homes and dropping off the meals. Maybe there is a server there, that has a face mask on. And I think even these situations, it's a great place for freelancers, because if we had 20 houses, you should have 20 kind of planners or producers at each of these homes to greet guests, maybe to take temperatures of, any staff members, servers who are delivering things, and to also help kind of manage the people in the party. Because, I think at a gala, it's hard enough to get people to pay attention to the speakers on the stage. And I think when it's in somebody's house with a virtual gala, it's going to be even harder.
Right.
So if with these virtual galas, instead of trying to do so much programming where you're just keeping people, on their phones or, on the TV the entire time, give them plenty of time to socialize with themselves. And then, this freelance, producer, on site, will be able to kind of wrangle people to bring their focus to like that big raise where we want everybody's attention.
So you keep the formalities really kind of succinct and to the point, but allow a lot more of that networking and activities or immersive activations within the home. So you're also looking at doing this on your own, not in the gala side of things, but you're talking about, is it high life events? I can't remember.
No.
Can you tell me what it is that you're formulating?
Yeah. So it's called High-Minded Events.
High-minded,
And
sorry.
yeah, no, that's all right. And it's the idea is really doing these kind of curated small group experiences that infuse cannabis into your event. So whether it's through, consuming it through food or different ways of vaping or even um, uh, beverages. There's different ways to consume cannabis to get all those, health benefits of like CBD and even THC. And the thought behind it is that, uh, you know, since everybody is longing, to be in a group, to see their friends and family, in a setting that, this type of experience that maybe they've never had before, or that maybe one person has had and they want to share with their friends, to have this really kind of unique and special experience that, the effects of cannabis can really foster a sense of community and togetherness. And so to bring people together and share this in a new and exciting way, I think.
Yeah, so it really lends itself to that sort of phase 3, phase 4 kind of, I guess, phasing as
Yeah.
we sort of progress back into events of some normalcy. But are you working with other freelancers to sort of develop these? So you're working on the design aspect or the creative direction aspect, and then you go out to a florist or a caterer or other entertainers, for example, to plug in and work independently but collaborate.
Yeah, I mean, so even from the event staff at one of these small events, and um, you know, like I said before, having people there to greet guests, to uh, kind of right away understand their familiarity with cannabis, because what we want to do is we want to overwhelm anybody with like the dosage of the cannabis where they have a bad experience. We our goal is to really make sure everybody has we want everyone to have a fun and positive experience where they want to have it again, and we can help kind of destigmatize cannabis, where people can see it's a really great way to infuse something new into your events.
Yeah, that's for sure. So this is the time really when people should be reaching out to you to see how they can help you with high-minded events. And also for the rest of us that are looking for support in designing and creating sort of really great environments for virtual events, whether it's in a sound studio or in their own home environment. It's P. Cooper Creative, right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I mean, the one thing that I think is funny is, like I say, I want to, control my own life, my own schedule. But of course, I mean, if somebody calls me with a piece of business, then I'm available. I'm available. I'll be there. I'll do anything.
I love it. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to having one of those Circle of Trust galas with you and Rhett.
Yeah,
Have a fantastic weekend, and thank you so much for your time.
great. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bill.